With 2022 now drawing to a close and with no more Star Wars content for the remainder of the year, what exactly can we expect from 2023? Just what else does Star Wars have in store for us fans moving into the new year? Well, here is every piece of Star Wars content slated to be released in 2023 and everything you need to know about it. Let's get started. The first show arriving in 2023 is The Bad Batch Season 2. Slated to arrive on January the 4th, The Bad Batch is looking to pick up where the story last left off, with The Bad Batch parting ways with Crosshair on Kamino. The show is set to release 16 episodes, the same number as Season 1. Season 2 has already dropped a trailer, which I've already done a breakdown video on, so if you're interested, be sure to check it out. The show seems to be picking up some time after the events of Season 1, with some noticeable outfit changes for the crew. According to what we know so far, the crew will be traveling around the galaxy looking for allies, which means that it will also revisit some old characters like Jedi Padawan Gungi and of course the famous Commander Cody. So it looks like the show is also set to fill us in on what exactly happened to Cody, as much of his story post Order 66 remained a mystery. Hopefully it will also answer the question about whether Crosshair will rejoin the group or not, and fingers crossed, I'm still holding out for a clone rebellion. Now, word to the wise, there is some Bad Batch Season 2 promotional material out there that might contain spoilers, so be real careful about it if you don't want to get spoiled. Moving on from January and into March, which is where Mandalorian Season 3 is scheduled to arrive. Picking things up from where it last left off in the Book of Boba Fett, we're going to get to see a reunited Grogu and Mando, with characters like Bo-Katan also confirmed to return. Others also include Babu Frick from The Rise of Skywalker, and possibly even some characters from the Ghost Crew from Rebels. Knowing that the cast of Ahsoka has been set and filming is already underway, I wouldn't be surprised if one or two pop up for an episode or two. Given what went down in Season 2 of Mando and the Book of Boba Fett, it's pretty clear that much of Season 3 is going to revolve around Mando trying to redeem himself for breaking the creed and answering the question of who will be Mandalore. Season 3 has already dropped the trailer, and there's of course a breakdown waiting for you if you're interested. More great news for 2023, Visions is also back with Season 2. The anime spin on Star Wars with each episode featuring a standalone story was pretty well received among the Star Wars community. Even though it wasn't incorporated into canon, it was refreshing to see the different takes on Star Wars by different Japanese animation studios. Some of the stories, such as The Duel and The Ninth Jedi, were hugely popular for their original and refreshing take on the Star Wars universe. So if you really enjoyed Season 1, then you'll be happy to hear that Season 2 will be released in spring of 2023. However, there are no guarantees that any of the original stories from Season 1 will be continued, as the producer of the show has indicated that they prefer to lead the show towards a more global direction, which means that animators from different countries will get the opportunity to bring their take on an original Star Wars story. So it looks like anime might not even be the focus of Volume 2. Instead, the show's producer is looking into other countries such as China, France, India, and many more. And even though I was a big fan of these Star Wars animes, and I will be slightly sad to see them put on pause for now, I am still excited to see what other stories other cultures will come up with. Giving other cultures and animation styles the opportunity to shine some light on Star Wars is a fantastic direction to take, so can't wait to see what they come up with. Also, in spring of 2023, the Young Jedi Adventures animated TV series is also set to premiere. As the name suggests, the show is more focused on a younger audience, so it's definitely going to be a really family-friendly show. But that being said, the show is set in the High Republic era, so if you're a fan of the High Republic, it might be worth checking out simply for the lore. I personally don't mind when shows are of younger ages, so I might just check it out once in a while to see if there are new pieces of lore they are introducing. But without missing a beat, and a 360 switch from the previous show, set to be released in the summer of 2023, is none other than The Acolyte. The show is set to focus on the emergence of the dark side during the final days of the High Republic era, and I'm sure that you can tell by the channel name that this is the show I am most excited for. With a cast consisting of actors from other great shows like Squid Game, Game of Thrones, The Matrix, you can be sure that the acting will be top-notch. Now, we don't know a whole lot about the show's plot, but what we do know is that it will be a mystery thriller. a show that will delve into the shadowy secrets and dark side powers of the Star Wars galaxy. My best guess is that it will probably lean closer to a murder mystery show, something which we haven't really seen before. And given how successful Andor Season 1 was with the whole spy thriller genre, I really see no reason as to why a mystery thriller genre wouldn't work as well. The show is set to feature a former Padawan reuniting with her Jedi Master, and the both of them embark on a mission to investigate a series of crimes which eventually leads them to uncover a far more sinister plot. So my best guess is that the show will put these characters on a path to uncover a trail of breadcrumbs that will eventually lead them to uncover just what Sidious and his master Plagueis might be up to. But that's probably a theory for another time. Also confirmed in 2023 is the Skeleton Crew. The show is set to be helmed by Jon Watts and will set out to tell a wholly original story with completely new characters. The show is described to be sort of like the 80s adventure films with a kid-centric focus. So far, the show is set to feature Jude Law alongside a group of yet-to-be-named kids. We know very little about the plot except that the show will take place in the same time period as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. But judging by the name of the show, I wouldn't be too surprised if it had something to do with pod racing. I think it would be pretty cool if the show was all about a group of kids who are super keen into pod racing, who then decide to get together and enter a race. I think it would be a nice change of pace. As we've been dealing with galactic-wide high-stakes adventures in most shows, a shift in focus on smaller plots with smaller scope on characters with aspirations that have nothing to do with the galaxy at large would be very welcome. Sort of how Andor also focused on the day-to-day people, but instead of a rebellion or saving the galaxy, it would be all about these kids and their dreams to be the greatest pod racing team in the galaxy. I think that would be pretty cool. So I think this could be one of those sleeper hits that brings families together on a weekly basis, a sort of catch-all for all Star Wars fans regardless of age. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So that's pretty much all the shows that are confirmed for a 2023 release. But that being said, there might be a good chance that we will get to see Ahsoka. Although no official date has been announced, there is a strong possibility that the Ahsoka show might premiere during the autumn or winter of 2023. Based on the shows that have been officially announced, it would easily give us Star Wars content up to the autumn period, but it does sort of leave the prime slot of the holiday season blank, which is where Ahsoka might fit in. We already know for a fact that some sort of a teaser was shown during the Disney Expo but never officially released to the wider public. But what it does suggest is that Dave Filoni must have already made through the vast majority of the filming process. And so with a winter release date, it should give them plenty of time to do post-production work if it hasn't already started. I think it would be great if they released a show like Ahsoka during the holiday season. It would sort of bring back the same charm that Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 had. It's just nice to get together with the family and have a Star Wars show to look forward to while the holiday mood is going. Anyways, those are all of the Star Wars shows slated to arrive in 2023. So it looks like 2023 is going to be an action-packed year, especially if you are a Star Wars fan. Lots of shows to look forward to and enjoy. So be sure to let me know which shows you are looking forward to the most in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I am the Lost Acolyte,
and I have spoken.